Yesterday we completed some of the results on inverse of the matrix and we solved some of the examples. In that one, on the property AB whole inverse equal to B inverse A inverse, we completed on that base one example. Now today we continue similar example and next results on inverse of the matrix. First we go for one similar example what we have done yesterday. If A equal to 1 minus A 2 1, B equal to 4 minus 2 5 minus 1, then verify that AB whole inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse. Now we go for solution of this one. Solution. First we calculate AB. A is given 1 minus 8 2 1. B is given 4 minus 2 5 minus 1. Then AB is given by 1 minus 8 2 1 into 4 minus 2 5 minus 1. Then we start multiplication of these two matrices row with column. First we write 1 into 4 4 minus 8 into 5 is 40. Next second column minus 2 it is plus 8. Next 2 into 4 8 plus 5. Next second column minus 4 minus 1. Now by simplifying this we get 4 minus 40 minus 36 minus 2 plus 8 6 8 plus 5 13 minus 4 minus 1 minus 5. Next we go for the inverse of AB. For that we find adjoint of AB. Adjoint of AB, it is first determinant of AB, next adjoint of AB, minus 36 6 13 minus 5. So this is equal to multiplying diagonal element minus 36 into minus 5 minus 13 into 6. So this is equal to 180 minus it is 78. So this is equal to 102. Now we go for adjoint of AB. Adjoint of AB is direct method we can use here. Now we change diagonal elements and sign of non-diagonal elements. Now by change of diagonal elements we get minus 5 minus 36 and change of sign of non-diagonal elements is it is minus 6 it is minus 13. Now it is adjoint of AB. Then we calculate AB inverse. It is given by 1 by determinant of AB into adjoint of AB. Now we substitute the values. It is 1 by 102 into minus 5 minus 6 minus 13 minus 36. It is AB inverse. Now we call it as equation number 1. Now we go for right hand side, that is B inverse into A inverse. First we calculate B inverse by using matrix B. B is given 4 minus 2 5 minus 1. First we find determinant of B. It is minus 4 it is plus 10 it is equal to 6 which is not equal to 0, it is non-singular. Then we go for adjoint of B. Adjoint of B given by change of diagonal elements. It is minus 1 4. Change of sign. It is minus 5 2. Then we find B inverse. B inverse given by 1 by determinant of B into adjoint of B. Here determinant of B is 6. We get 1 by 6 into adjoint of B is minus 1 2 minus 5 4. it is B inverse. Next we go for A inverse by using A matrix. A is given 1 minus 8 2 1. Now we find determinant of A, it is 1 plus 16, it is 17, which is not equal to 0. Therefore A is non-singular matrix. Then we go for adjoint of A, it is given by change of diagonal element 1 1, change of sign, it is 8 minus 2. Then we go for A inverse, it is 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A, it is 1 by 17 into 1 8 minus 2 1. Now we go for attached value B inverse into A inverse. First we write B inverse value, it is 1 by 6 into minus 1 2 minus 5 4 into A inverse is 1 by 17 into 1 8 minus 2 1. Now for multiplying these two matrices, outside we get 1 by 6 and 1 by 17. First we multiply these two, it is 6 into 17, it is 102. Then we write the matrices as it is minus 1 2 minus 5 4 1 8 minus 2 1. Then we multiply these two matrices, it is 1 by 102 into, it is minus 1 minus 4. Next second column, it is minus 8 plus 2, and third element it is minus 5 plus 8, last element minus 40 plus 4, it is 1 by 102 into minus 5, it is minus 6, it is minus 5 plus 8, it is 3, minus 40 plus 4 minus 36, it is B inverse into A inverse value. Now we check the result of both, it is 4 into minus 2 is minus 8, so minus 8 minus 5 is minus 13, call this as 2. Now we observe equation number 1 and 2, we get RHS are equal, that is 1 by 102 into minus 5 minus 6 minus 13 minus 36, both RHS are equal. Therefore we conclude that by 1 and 2 we write AB whole inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse. So this is proof of the result and verification of that result by using the inverse of the square matrix. Take this one. Sound Bharat? Example, find the inverse of the square matrix which elements are having, that is 1 0 0 0 cos alpha sin alpha 0 sin alpha minus cos alpha. We find inverse of this matrix. First we take this matrix as A equal to 1 0 0 0 cos alpha sin alpha. Third row is 0 sin alpha minus cos alpha. Now first we confirm it is non-singular matrix. For that we find determinant of A, that is 1 0 0 0 cos alpha sin alpha 0 sin alpha minus cos alpha. Now by expansion of this determinant we get plus minus plus. First 1 into, it is cos alpha minus cos alpha is minus cos square alpha minus sin alpha into sin alpha is sin square alpha minus 0 into a number 0 plus 0 into any number is 0. Now we get it is minus cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. So this is determinant of A Now here we take minus common, we get cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. What is the value of cos square alpha plus sin square alpha? It is 1, therefore we get it as minus 1. It is not equal to 0 because we know that cos square alpha plus sin square alpha is always equal to 1. It is standard formula. Now we go for all the cofactors. For getting the inverse, we write cofactors of A. So for that we calculate A11. It is equal to, so deleting this column and this row, we get cos alpha sin alpha. Second row sin alpha minus cos alpha. So it is equal to minus cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. It is minus of cos square alpha plus sin square alpha. It is minus 1. Next we go for second element A12. That is second cofactor. That is cofactor of 0. Deleting this column and this row, you get 0 sin alpha, 0 minus cos alpha. 0 minus cos alpha, answer is 0 minus 0 equal to 0. Next third element, that is third cofactor. It is here outside minus into 0 is again we get minus sign, so we get same result. A13, deleting this column and this row, you get 0 cos alpha, 0 sin alpha, 0 sin alpha. So again it is 0 minus 0 equal to 0. Next to go for second row, that is cofactor of A21, that is minus of determinant because 2 plus 1 is odd number. Now deleting this column and this row, you get 0 0 sin alpha minus cos alpha. It is sin alpha minus cos alpha, again it is 0 minus 0 equal to 0. Next we go for A22 element, that is cofactor of cos alpha. Deleting this column and this row, you get 1 0 0 minus cos alpha. So it is minus cos alpha minus 0, it is minus cos alpha. Next we go for A23. It is minus of determinant because it is odd number. Now deleting this column and this row, you get 1 0 0 sin alpha. So we get it is minus of sin alpha minus 0. It is minus sin alpha. Next we go for next cofactor, that is A31. It is cofactor of 0. Deleting this column and this row, you get cos alpha sin alpha. It is cofactor of this is first row is 0 0. Second row is deleting this row and this column cos alpha sin alpha. So it is equal to 0 minus 0, we get 0. Next A32, it is minus of determinant because 3 plus 2 odd number, we get 1 0 0 sin alpha, 0 sin alpha. So again it is minus sin alpha minus 0, it is minus sin alpha. Now we go for last cofactor, that is A32. A32 is A33, it is determinant of, it is deleting this row and this column, we get 1 0 0 sin alpha. Now we get it is equal to sin alpha minus 0, it is equal to sin alpha. So these are cofactors of the given matrix. Then we go for adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is, it is transpose of cofactors. First row is, we got minus 1 0 0, and second row is 0 0 0 minus cos alpha minus sin alpha, and third row is, it is 0 minus sin alpha sin alpha. Now we take the transpose of this, we get, it is minus 1 0 0, it is second row 0 minus cos alpha minus sin alpha, third row 0 minus sin alpha sin alpha. We get same because it is symmetric. Now it is adjoint of A. Now using this we calculate inverse of A by using the formula 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. Here the value of A33, it is 1 0 0 cos alpha, it is cos alpha minus 0 equal to cos alpha. Then we get, it is third row 0 minus sin alpha cos alpha, and transpose of this we get minus 1 0 0 0 minus cos alpha minus sin alpha, and 0 minus sin alpha cos alpha. Now we go for inverse of the matrix, that is A inverse is given by 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. It is determinant of A, we get minus 1, it is 1 by minus 1 into adjoint of A, it is minus 1 0 0 0 minus cos alpha, it is minus sin alpha, third row 0 minus sin alpha cos alpha. Now if we take scalar multiplication by minus 1, we get A inverse equal to 1 0 0, second row 0 cos alpha sin alpha, third row is 0 sin alpha, it is minus cos alpha. Means we get the same matrix as A, that is inverse of the square matrix. Take the solution. Now we go for one of the important result, that is concerned to adjoint along with the inverse of the matrix. If A and B are two non-singular square matrices, then the value of adjoint of AB is always equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. That is the result. If A and B are non-singular square matrices of the same order, then adjoint of AB is equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So this is the property. We can prove this one, proof of this. Now we know that inverse of the matrix is given by A inverse equal to, it is 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. Similarly, if you take B matrix, its inverse is given by B inverse equal to 1 by determinant of B into adjoint of B. Now if we make cross multiplication, it implies A inverse into determinant of A equal to adjoint of A. Similarly here, by cross multiplication, B inverse into B determinant of B equal to adjoint of B. Now we call them equation number 1 and 2. Now by definition of inverse of the square matrix A, we get A inverse into A equal to adjoint of A. Similarly, by definition of inverse of matrix B, we get the equation B inverse into B equal to adjoint of B. Similarly, if you take AB, its inverse by this definition, if we replace A by AB, we get AB inverse equal to 1 by determinant of AB into adjoint of AB. This we get. Then by cross multiplication we get it is determinant of AB into AB inverse equal to adjoint of AB. Now we know the result, that is determinant of AB is always equal to determinant of A into determinant of B, and AB inverse is given by B inverse into A inverse. These two results I am applying here, that is determinant of AB equal to determinant of A into determinant of B, and AB whole inverse is always equal to B inverse into A inverse. Right hand side as it is adjoint of AB. Now I will interchange in the left hand side the terms, I will interchange like that. It is determinant of A into A inverse. I write like this first, into determinant of B into B inverse. It is equal to adjoint of AB as it is. Now you can use equation number 1 and 2. Here determinant of A into A inverse or A inverse into determinant of A, both are same. This value is equal to adjoint of A, and determinant of B into B inverse or B inverse into determinant of B, that is equal to adjoint of B. Now we are substituting the values, otherwise we can write this one like this. First we write it is determinant of B inverse into determinant of B into A inverse into determinant of A. Now we can use equation 1 and 2 here. We get it is nothing but adjoint of B into adjoint of A. It is equal to adjoint of AB, because by 1 and 2. Therefore, we proved that adjoint of AB is always equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So this is proof of the result by using the help of inverse of a square matrix and the sum of the results on inverse of the square matrix. Like that we prove the result. Now we go through one example. If A equal to 1, 2, 2, 3, B equal to -1, 0, 1, 2, verify that it is adjoint of AB equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. Now we can prove this result or verifying this result by using two matrices A and B. First we go for left hand side, that is adjoint of AB. So for that first we calculate AB matrix. AB is given by 1, 2, 2, 3 into -1, 0, 1, 2. Now we start multiplication. Row with column. It is -1 plus 2. Second element 0 plus 4. Third element -2 plus 3. Last element 0 plus 6. So it is equal to, it is 1, 4, 1, 6. Now it is AB matrix. Then we go for adjoint of AB by direct method. So it is given by change of diagonal elements, that is 1, 6 changes to 6, 1. Change of sign of non-diagonal, it is -1, -4. Now it is adjoint of AB. After that we find RHS, that is adjoint of B. Adjoint of B directly we write, it is change of diagonal element of this matrix, that is 2 minus 1, and change of sign of non-diagonal, it is minus 1 0. It is adjoint of B by direct method. Then we go for adjoint of A. Adjoint of A, again by direct method, it is 1 3 changes to 3 1. Non-diagonal elements, they are changing by sign, minus 2 minus 2. Now this is adjoint of B and it is adjoint of A. Then we calculate adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So this is, it is 2 into 3 6 minus 0. Next 2 into minus 2 minus 4 minus 0 plus 0. Next third element minus 3 minus into minus plus 2. Next element minus into minus 2 plus 2 minus 1. So we get, it is 6 minus 0 6 minus 4 minus 3 plus 2 minus 1, it is 1. Now we can verify that it is 1, it is 2. Now right hand side of these two equations are equal, that is 6 minus 4 minus 1 1. Here also 6 minus 4 minus 1 1. Therefore by 1 and 2 we conclude that, by 1 and 2 we write adjoint of AB is always equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. It is verification of the given example by using adjoint of the matrices. Take the solution. Now we discuss application of determinants and matrices. After this we completed all the types of matrices and all type of examples on matrices, that is already completed topic. After that in determinants we discuss some of the important results, properties of determinants, inverse of a matrix and adjoint of a matrix, and examples on determinants and adjoint and inverse of a square matrices. Now we discuss application of determinants and matrices. These determinants and matrices are used for solving the system of linear equations. It is help for solving the system of linear equations. So for solving the system of linear equations we can take the help of determinants and matrices. Therefore it is called as application of determinants and matrices. Here we get two type of linear system of equations, that is consistent and another one is inconsistent. So in consistent type we check the linear system of equations. In this one, if we get any unique solution or more than one solution, it is unique solution, or more than one solution or infinite number of solutions, then the system of equations is called as consistent. Otherwise it is called as inconsistent. Means if we don't get any solution, then it is called as inconsistent. And for consistent and inconsistent, again we can check the determinant value. If determinant of A is equal to 0, then it is non-singular. Then after that we check the value of adjoint of A into B value. Now it is also equal to 0, then it is having no solution. Otherwise, if determinant of A is not equal to 0, then it is having the solution one or more than unique or more than one solutions. That is the condition for the linear system of equations. Now if the solution exists, that is consistent. Solution does not exist, it is inconsistent. Like that we define two type of linear system of equations. Now we go for formula for solving the system of linear equations by using the inverse of the square matrix. Now we discuss the solution of system of linear equations using inverse of a matrix. Now we can solve the linear system of equations by using the help of the inverse of the square matrix. For that we consider the linear system of equations, that is a1x plus a2y plus a3z equal to d1. Second equation, it is b1x plus b2y plus b3z equal to d2. Third equation, c1x plus c2y plus c3z equal to d3. So these are called linear system of equations in three variables. Here the variables are x, y and z. Now for solving these three equations, we can take the help of the inverse of a square matrix and matrix. For that we convert this equation as three matrices. First one we consider it is A matrix. A is the coefficient of the matrices, that is x a1 a2 a3 first row. Second row is b1 b2 b3. Third row is c1 c2 c3. Here we take the coefficients of x, y and z, that is first matrix. Next we consider the second matrix, that is variables, that is x equal to x, y, z. And the third matrix is considered as B. B is nothing but a matrix of constants. Here the constants are d1, d2 and d3. d1, d2, d3. Now by using these three matrices, the system of equations can be written as Ax equal to B form. Ax equal to B. If we substitute the values, we check that it is a1, a2, a3, it is b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. X is x, y, z equal to b means d1, d2, d3. Now if we start multiplication, we get a1x plus a2y plus a3z equal to d1. That is first equation. Similarly, second row, b1x plus b2y plus b3z equal to d2. It is second equation. And c1x plus c2y plus c3z equal to d3. That is third equation. That is, we convert the linear system of equations in the matrix form, that is three matrices. One is A, another one is X, another one is B. Then the relation between them is Ax equal to B. Now by using the equation Ax equal to B, we calculate the inverse of the matrix. For that we pre-multiplying by A inverse on both sides. Pre-multiplying by A inverse on both sides. Then we get A inverse into Ax equal to A inverse into B. Now we can use associative property. A inverse into X can be written as A inverse into A into X equal to A inverse into B, because by using associative property, that is A into BC equal to AB into C, that is associative property or associative law of multiplication of matrices. Now here A inverse into X changes to A inverse A into X. Now we know that A inverse A equal to I, then we get Ix equal to A inverse into B, because we know that A inverse into A is always equal to I, that is identity matrix. Then I into X is again X equal to A inverse into B, because we know that A into I or I into A is always equal to A. So by this we get the value of X. X is nothing but the matrix of variables, that is X, Y, Z. If we calculate x, it is equal to the values of x, y and z, that is given by the inverse of a into b. So we calculate the values of x, y, z by this equation, x equal to a inverse into b. Provided here the A is a non-singular square matrix. Now the condition is that A is non-singular square matrix, that is determinant of A is not equal to 0. Then we get a unique solution of these variables x, y and z. Then the system is considered as consistent. And suppose the determinant value is equal to 0, at that time the system may be consistent or inconsistent according to, we consider determinant of A is equal to 0 means it is singular matrix. If A is singular matrix, then we consider the value of adjoint of A into B, matrix. Suppose it is not equal to 0, then it may have a unique solution or number of solutions. Suppose adjoint of A into B is also equal to 0, then the system is not having any solutions, then it is considered as inconsistent. If determinant of A is not equal to 0, then the system is consistent, we can get unique number of solutions. Otherwise we can check these two conditions. If this determinant of adjoint of A into B is equal to 0 and determinant of A is equal to 0, then we say that the system is inconsistent, there is no solution for given system of linear equations. Now using this concept we can solve some of the examples, and the solving this equation and finding the values of x, y, z by using this method is called as matrix method. It is considered as matrix method. Matrix method for solution of linear system of equations. Now we go for some of the examples on this theorem. Go for some of the examples by using matrix method. Solve first one. Solve x plus 2y equal to 5 and 2x plus 3y equal to 8 by matrix method. Now we can solve these two equations by using matrix method. First we write the equations x plus 2y equal to 5 and 2x plus 3y equal to 8. By using these two equations we consider three matrices. The first matrix I will take it as A, and second matrix we consider it as X, and third one is B. So first matrix is coefficient matrix, that is here X coefficient is 1, Y coefficient 2, we write first row 1, 2, second row 2, 3. X coefficient is 2, Y coefficient is 3. It is matrix A. Then X is the matrix of variables, here two variables X and Y. Now B is constants, matrix of constants, it is 5 and 8. Now we write like this, three matrices first, then we go for matrix method. That matrix method is nothing but X equal to A inverse into B. For that we find the inverse of this matrix. For that we check the singularity of this first by using determinant of A, that is it is given by determinant of 1, 2, 2, 3. It is equal to, it is 3 minus 4, it is equal to minus 1, which is not equal to 0. Now we confirm that it is non-singular matrix. Then we go for adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is given by direct formula, change of diagonal element, that is 3, 1, change of sign, that is minus 2, minus 2. It is adjoint of A. Then we go for inverse of the matrix. Inverse is given by 1 by determinant of A into adjoint of A. Substituting the values, here we get it is 1 by minus 1 into Adjoint of A is 3 minus 2 minus 2 1. Now it is multiplied every element by minus 1, we get A inverse. A inverse equal to minus 3 to 2 minus 1, because outside is 1 by minus 1, it is nothing but minus 1 into that matrix, that is scalar multiplication. We multiply every element by minus 1, then we get inverse of the matrix, that is A inverse. Now matrix method formula is x equal to A inverse into B. Now x value substitute xy equal to A inverse, it is minus 3 to 2 minus 1 into matrix B. B is nothing but here 5, 8. We take this matrix. Now we start multiplication of these two matrices, row with column. Now we write it as minus 3 into 5 minus 15 plus 2 into 8, it is 16. Second row 2 into 5 is 10, minus 1 into 8 is minus 8. Then we get minus 15 plus 16 is 1, 10 minus 8 is 2. Now left hand side is xy. Now by equality of matrices we confirm that x equal to 1, y equal to 2. It is solution of the given linear system of equations. Now we check whether our answer is correct or not by verification. First, if you put x equal to 1 and y equal to 2 in any one of the equation, verification, we check first equation, x plus 2y equal to 5. Now you substitute x and y values. So here x equal to 1, y equal to 2, we get 1 plus 2 into 2 equal to 5. Then we get 5 equal to 5. So both are equal. Hence our x and y values are correct. Then it is solution of the given system of linear equations. Take this solution.